A trip to New Orleans in Super Bowl 58. We are ready to rock in the AFC Championship game. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber who runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Harris going to get it again on second down. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy is nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
So just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. Faced with their first 3rd down conversion opportunity and able to punch it through and pick it up on the ground.
And to me, doing it on the ground sends a different type of a message than throwing the football. And, you know, let's face it, we've done a lot of games together. How often have we seen 3rd down turn into an automatic passing down no matter what the yardage?
Yeah, and last thing you want, that opening drive to go 3 and out. You got everything scripted, lined up. Let's get some points on the board, and they're able to avoid that 3 and out. On second down, this is Harris. And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And some space here. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's good for 28 yards. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing, Jones. Quick completion to Henry. And the Patriots are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
Harris is into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. First quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And able to get this out to the 25. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up the touchdown.
And some room to run now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo.
And they didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit people across the line of scrimmage, and they're clearing space.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. Second down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Pickett will look to pass it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
Throwing on third down. Here's Pickett. Harris has it over the middle. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots 19. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now a handoff up the middle. Barlow. He'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw complete there to Beckham. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now Jones. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great play there. 41 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. This time, the extra point up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Pickett. Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in, and it makes it hard to defend.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line. To the air on first down with Pickett. That's caught downfield by Pickens. Past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. George Pickens, 66 yards. And the Steelers have cut it back within a score. And his kick is no good. It's an early miss. We'll see if that has any ramifications later here as the afternoon wears on. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
After one, it's 13-6. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jones. And this time will be intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. And we'll see if that pick 6 looms large as this game continues, because we've seen plays like that alter a lot of playoff contests over the years.
I would agree with that totally. And you often think to yourself, why do they alter it so much? Because after games, don't we hear coaches and players say, well, one play doesn't usually determine the outcome. But I don't think that's really true, do you? Because there's times when we see plays like that, and all of a sudden the momentum jumps to that team side. It deflates the other side, and they never pick it back up. And then things really go from there, don't they?
That's the thing for me. We talk about momentum changes. A play like that is the ultimate momentum change. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
He completes it to Beckham. And some room to maneuver. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Odell Beckham. 66 yards. And the Patriots have taken the lead. Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They trail 20-13 our score as they have it 1st and 10. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Pickett sets up play action. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dietrich Wise Jr., he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. 1st and 10. Here's Pickett. That's swung out wide to Harris. They'll wind up getting just a yard, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the 1st half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Here we go. It's Pickett on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Patriots take over, and they're going to have terrific field position. They hand this off to Harris, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They run again with Harris. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 52 yards on the ground in this 1st half with a Super Bowl berth on the line. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with the grab. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
They'll toss to Harris. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's third down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Jones. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. He's got daylight, the 30. And a super return as he gets us all the way down inside the 25-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Throwing on second down. Pickett. Here's Johnson with a reception. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Tally that as catch number 1 for him in this AFC Championship. It's a first down. They run the counter. Barlow. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line, because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A touchdown run there from a yard out. And the Steelers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. And he missed it. No good. And they'll remain down by a point. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that worked. Now they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. They go play action here on first down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker complete. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. In this weather, any big play in the passing game, that's just a bonus, right?
It certainly is, but oftentimes offenses think in clement weather plays to their advantage because you know where you're going on offense. Defenders have to react, and they often slip.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 25 yards that time.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead he sets it.
And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. Damian Harris with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Patriots will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 8. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on third down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Pickett. He gets it complete to Harris. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. The Steelers able to pick up 18 yards there.
But it certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the first half. Here's Pickett. Forced out to his left. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. So we are halfway home to figuring out who will represent the AFC in the Super Bowl. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. One more half to decide who takes home the Lamar Hunt Trophy as we're back underway in this AFC Championship. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they have work to do in this second half if they want to earn that berth to the Super Bowl.
And I'm pretty sure this is where their coaches at halftime were saying don't panic and then demonstrating it by not making a lot of drastic changes to the game plan. Let's just get back to doing what we've been doing all year long. That should be more than good enough.
61 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
If you're looking for glory, looking to get your name in the headlines, you do not want to play nose tackle. But how about what we just saw there? The ability to hold people up, take on extra blocks, and actually slip them and make a tackle on that play. That's big time.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll keep it on the ground. Barlow. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
The more football I watch, the more I want to check and see if teams are going to panic when they're down on the scoreboard. And this team has shown no signs of doing that. A lot of the time, they come out after the half. Things haven't worked so well in the first go-around. They want to throw the football like crazy. But the way to open up throwing the ball is to run it. And they've run it well here to start the second half.
There to make the tackle, Jonathan Abram.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
On second down, Barlow. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They'll definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
Going for it on fourth down. Here's Pickett. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on fourth down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Harris starts the drive on the ground. And he's fortunate to get anything from that. Give him a yard up to the 49.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. It's brought in by Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Nick Bosa in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up third down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Ed Oliver able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that 4th down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held them, they might go for it again.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Matt Judon, he's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
3rd and long for Pickett. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
The Steelers send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And the return man will shuffle through the white stuff, secure the fair catch with both hands. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. On 2nd and 9, Jones. And right side, Henry's got it. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 13 at a New England first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They run with Harris. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Brought down by Ed Oliver.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
19 Tiger.
Throwing Jones. And this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Now Jones. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. And the Steelers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
Bottom line, when you play a runner with these talents, you've got to be able to wrap up and get him on the ground. Or the first person who gets there, hold him up long enough for the next wave to get there and get him down. Otherwise, he will continue downfield and find pay dirt.
Pickett will try to throw for this. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And the Steelers are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one covers 29 yards, first down. Off the play fake. Jones. That one caught along the sideline. Did he stay in? Yes, he did. But hang on here. A penalty marker is on the field. Now Harris. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. 1 quarter remains for the right to go on to the Super Bowl. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So still 14 yards to go, 2nd down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Complete. It's Henry. 5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Patriots use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes this a 9-point game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they are in need of points here, no doubt about that. With a Super Bowl berth on the line and trailing here in the 4th quarter, this possession gigantic. Pickett back to throw. Johnson's got it complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 2nd catch of this AFC title game, and he's got a 1st down. Up the middle they go. Barlow. 152 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Pickett. And his throw is incomplete.
Textbook coverage right there. Played the ball, never lost sight of where it was headed, and stayed in perfect position to make a play on it. Able to keep the receiver and the quarterback in his sight lines.
Back to throw, Pickett. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jonathan Jones. But here in the 4th quarter, defensively, you know that you're just going to blanket the field with defensive backs and say, okay, take your best shot. And that time, it's intercepted.
And we've often seen teams going to the prevent early, way too early, and sometimes they get too soft in their coverages. But not in this case. They understood the situation and played it with the proper aggression.
That's caught inside the 20. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to greenlight that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL, and he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many...
And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick six for a Steeler touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught. So they took a chance, but they are back within a single point here in the fourth. And there's a quick momentum swing. INT return for a pick six, and then the 2-point conversion good.
And even if you're keeping your wits about you, you're thinking to yourself, okay, extra point block team going into the game now. All of a sudden you're hearing defense. Everyone's scrambling for their helmets and throwing down their cups of water. That's a great position for them to be in, trying to score against that team. A little bit disjointed.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the pressure mounting with every passing minute. It's palpable right now. They're on top in the fourth quarter, clinging to that lead. A potential Super Bowl berth resting on their ability to manage the clock and manage that small lead. Harris going to get it again on second down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Now Austin. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. And good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. First and 10. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
On second down now, Barlow. Calling about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
We've called a lot of gains, but we don't normally talk about inside linebackers being that fleet of foot, do we?
No, he was able to get outside there to make that play.
Yeah, and you know what makes them faster? Their ability to read plays, understand what offenses are trying to do, and put themselves in proper position.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. Pickett will look to throw it here. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. That'll go as a pickup of 8. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Harris. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
On second down, Barlow, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another first down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Pickett now to throw off the play fake. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Connor Hayward, 25 yards for the touchdown. And the Steelers have taken the lead here now in the fourth quarter of this championship game. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. They'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Adrian Phillips.
It's interesting that when it comes to two-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 89 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he takes it back to the house. A fumble recovery for a Steelers score. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a two-score deficit. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He came through well with a nice pass breakup there. Fortunate that he was on the spot. He's the only guy left to prevent the first down.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Jones. Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Jones now on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Now thrown to Parker, complete on the sling. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need. That's exactly what they got done.
So he'll be stopped here for no gain, and it'll be 2nd down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On the ground, it's Harris. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Seventh play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. This is Harris on the draw. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Steelers. Look at this. Middle of the field. A breakaway. And that should just about do it. They return it to the end zone, sealing it with a defensive touchdown. So a great play there by the defense. If these guys are going to advance, and it looks like they will, this defense a big reason why.
And they love carrying the mantle for this team, don't they? You see the way that they move around out there? They want to lead this team deeper into the playoffs and hopefully onto the Super Bowl.
And that return for a touchdown certainly helps that cause. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Chase Young able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed.
Work now for Jones and the Patriots here after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Throwing left side, it's complete.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. I love that play because in the snow you think run, run, run. Big passing play there.
And defenders hate it, especially in open space, because trying to come under control, break down, and make a tackle in the open field, difficult in normal conditions. In these conditions, almost impossible.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab.
And he is going to pick up a Patriots first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Looking to throw. Jones looking middle, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss, and no one wants anything to count as a moral victory or, boy, something that feels a little bit cheap. But if they trim that lead down to just 2 scores, that's still a benefit to this squad.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll look to throw again.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Damian Harris saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Pats have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Point after, right down the middle. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And it's the Steelers that come up with it. And that should just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
The Steelers are AFC champs once again as we say thanks for watching and good night.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time.